We here at Mayhem Media
understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the United States.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to the greatest wrestling review show to ever do it, Into the Barricade. I am, as always, the founder, the Last Outlaw, Jesse James, and being joined for a rare Into the Barricade, the head honcho, the man that the reason we're all here, JD, the founder of Mayhem Media and the one who gave us this platform to have this show. JD, how you doing today?
Good. It's great to be here. It's actually, nice to fill in for the one and only Connor Clarkson. So it's nice to be on the show. This is my first time on Into the Barricade. So, all these episodes we produced, I haven't had a chance to actually be a guest or be on the episode. So it is nice to be on one now.
It's nice to have you. So we're just going to hop right into it, being as we have been a WWE review show since day one. We're going to go ahead and start with main event from last night. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, match 1. Randy Orton comes out accompanied by, I don't know if you'd consider him a country or a rap superstar these days, but Jelly Roll, one of my favorite musicians on the planet. Damn good match, honestly, hard-hitting. McIntyre is just an absolute animal. I can't say a bad thing about the guy. Same thing with Randy Orton. The fact that he's still going at this high of a level this far into his career is absolutely astounding. Great back and forth match. I don't want to say predictably, because I actually thought Drew McIntyre was going to win this one, but Randy Orton hits the RKO on McIntyre for the win. After the match, Jelly Roll gets assaulted by Logan Paul, and Randy Orton drags him off, which I'm assuming is setting up Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Could be wrong.
At SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think that's the logical point from there. I mean, it was a hell of a match, though. Great way to open main event, that's for sure. They moved right into the Naomi and Jade Cargill brawl, which I thought was a great way to promote what's going on for Evolution. I thought it was a nice little plug to try to get some extra eyes on the show going into next week. And a lot of times backstage brawls fall flat. That was actually really good. Like, them two beat the hell out of each other. And if you didn't know what was going on, you might actually tune into that match just from watching that brawl, to be perfectly honest. Let's move into what I considered Saturday Night Main Event's match of the night. Never thought I would say this, but Jimmy Uso versus Solo Sikoa put on an absolute banger from start to finish. I don't like that it ended with a roll-up, but...
That's not it. Sorry, I thought I had a visual for you.
That's all right. I can't be mad. Solo Sikoa retained. It was a hell of a match. I mean, the bloodline is turning into the NWO at this point. We're just adding everybody. In case you guys don't know, JC Mateo isn't even Samoan. He's not part of the bloodline. Yeah.
Isn't that
Jeff Cobb's not.
listen? Don't they have enough? Like they absolutely have enough people to make the bloodline. That's how they made the bloodline story in the first place. They've added some new people, so you could split the bloodline, but you don't have enough to make it like a 4 or 5 man stable on each side. So you're going to have to recruit from somewhere, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean, recruit actual Samoans and Tongans, not dudes from Hawaii. And we pretended Yokozuna was Japanese, so what do I know?
You're not wrong, dude. We'll talk about it later, but I think AEW has a tag team they're passing off as Samoan right now, and I'm almost certain both of them are not Samoan. One of them might be.
I guess I'm blank. Can on which team you're talking about? But we'll find out.
Yeah.
Feed right now, guys. So please bear with us. JD's dealing with some inclement weather, and it's just not going great here apparently. But LA Knight and Rollins were having a hell of a match until Rollins' knee went. I'm pretty sure it's the same knee that buckled on the Kane powerbomb a few years ago. It doesn't look good. Love him or hate him, I don't care how you feel about Dave Meltzer, but Dave Meltzer is reporting that word backstage is Rollins could be out 10 to 12 months.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I mean, I saw he got.
What do we do at the bank?
Yeah, I saw he got injured, but I had no idea that he was like that kind of a timeline.
Yeah, well, I mean, granted, it's Dave Meltzer is the only one I've been able to find a report from, and Meltzer's decently reliable, but he's not really so I'm not sure what to make. I don't want to be like, oh, Rollins is out for sure 10 months, but that's what Dave Meltzer's reporting is the word backstage.
Okay.
And then main event. This we were looking forward to. Gunther versus Goldberg. They did a good job swerving me. I thought this was going to be a 2-minute squash match. Goldberg come out, win the world title, and retire. I didn't expect Goldberg to get choked out to end it. It was a good match. Broke Charles Robinson's rib with that spear. Charles Robinson just posted x-rays on Facebook that he's got a broken rib from Goldberg spearing him.
Oh, no kidding. Well, that's not surprising.
I gotta say, I feel like it was a fitting end to Goldberg's in-ring career. His speech afterwards said there's never going to be another Goldberg except for this kid, and pointed at his son Gage, which leads me to believe Gage is closer to his in-ring debut than we know.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to weigh in on Goldberg at all?
Please. I know you were a WCW guy from the day, so.
Absolutely. Huge WCW guy. And listen, I get Goldberg's appeal, the way he, he's powerful. He could be one of the most powerful, one of the strongest guys in all of wrestling. If nothing else, you have to have him in the conversation, and you're going to be placing him in the top 5. So yeah. I get his appeal in that regard. I've never been a huge Goldberg fan, even when he was WCW, even when Sting joined the Wolfpack, and Goldberg they try to give Goldberg the torch to carry WCW. I was never a Goldberg fan. I didn't buy it. I think my opinion of Goldberg, go back and watch the match with William Regal and Bill Goldberg. That's my opinion of Bill Goldberg. Okay, so that's it. That was the match that I officially was no longer even capable of being a Goldberg fan. Was that match?
Regal exposed him.
Yeah, Regal and Goldberg is just the worst. It's one of the worst matches you're ever going to see. It's right up there, man. The only other one that might come to mind is maybe Sting and Jeff Hardy, when Jeff Hardy was.
Yeah, and you can't even count that. That's not a terrible match. That's a disappointing moment.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, that could be the worst match of all time is Goldberg and Regal. And it's definitely not on Regal. It's definitely on Goldberg.
No,
So
no,
yeah,
definitely not on Regal.
Yeah, Regal's one of the best. So that's my opinion. I'm glad he lost his match. First of all, he's not Sting. And I honestly think Sting catches flack. I think Tony Khan should have had Sting lose his match. He should have went against what he wanted to as a fan. Tony Khan is too much of a fan, and we'll get to that later on. But Sting is one of the only people, think about it. Sting's one of the only people who didn't go out on their shields. And I appreciated it in the moment being a Sting fan.
Yep, that's how you go.
Yeah, I appreciated it being a Sting fan in the moment, but now I see he catches flack for not losing his last match, So I think it was good that Goldberg lost his last match. He definitely was not worthy of. I think some people are worthy of winning their last match. I don't think Goldberg was one of them.
No, and I honestly thought if they were going to have Goldberg win, it would just be to have Seth Rollins come out and cash in Money in the Bank. So then I kind of wonder, with the Seth Rollins injury, did they change the finish for that match?
Maybe. It wouldn't be a bad thing, he wins.
Goldberg's farewell speech getting cut off. That sucked.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, like halfway through it got cut off because they went overtime.
Same thing happened to Sting. They got to have a plan for extra minutes when they do that. Of course, my buddy at the time was like, well, I wonder what he said. I'm like, dude, wait 30 minutes. It's going to be online. So I'm sure someone filmed it on their phone and it's online right now. The actual
you can go on Facebook and look it up. The whole quote is out there.
Yeah. That's the plus side of that, though, right? Of everybody having their phones and can video. When the show goes off, we get to see what happens after.
Right. We get to see the other shit. So now we get to do something new for Into the Barricade. Let's preview AEW. I'm going to skip 0 Hour. 0 Hour was good, but I don't think it was anything worth reporting, and you can go back and watch it for free on YouTube right now. Have at it. Main card starts out with the Ops. The Ops, I think, is a stupid name, but one of the scariest teams in history. Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata on the same team is horrifying. I don't know if you guys know about Shibata, but that dude once had his brain swell so hard they had to cut the top of his head off. He's a bad man.
I did not know that. I will listen. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is a good, if I may interject here. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is a good addition to the team, but I think Hook did fit much better in the team before he got injured.
Yeah, before he got hurt. I agree. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is a great fill-in.
Yeah.
And I've always been a big Powerhouse Hobbs fan, so I'm just happy to see him getting some recognition. I take on the Death Riders with a strange combination this week. What?
I'm sorry. I was just saying I wasn't really at the beginning. I wasn't a huge fan of Powerhouse Hobbs, but he's since turned me around.
Yeah, when he was, I think originally he was just Willie Hobbs. Wasn't a big fan. When he switched over Powerhouse, just all of it was like, boy, we just having internet issues today.
Dude, yeah, you're not. It's not just you. We are. Yeah, it's not just you.
Claudio Castagnoli. Yeah.
We're having a lag. I'm sorry I cut you off there. I'm going to stop talking.
So please bear with us. We're doing what we can here.
Yeah, you go ahead and keep talking, and then let me. I'll jump in then in a minute. But yeah, we are having some connection problems while we're shooting this tonight.
Yeah. Their opponents were Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Gabe Kidd from New Japan is also a new member of the Death Riders. I think the match went a little longer than it needed to. I mean, it is a good match. I just think maybe they could have shaved 2 or 3 minutes off it, kind of thing. I miss Pac, man. Pac and the Death Riders. He just fits so well. Ops take it, retain the trios title. Then we get to the heartbreaking moment of the night. Adam Cole comes out and announces he's vacating the TNT title due to injury again. I've heard it's an ankle. I've heard it's a knee. I've heard he got a concussion on Collision. I don't know. But rest up Adam Cole, man.
Yeah, I mean,
better.
listen,
Shit
I'm a
sucks.
big Adam Cole fan, but I think he definitely has injury issues big time.
Yeah. So then we get to the men's casino gauntlet. Honestly, yet another one I feel like might have went too long and was so predictively booked. Has MJF lost a casino gauntlet yet?
MJF has not lost too many of anything in AEW, to be quite honest.
And it's, I mean,
he's
I love
like
MJ Maxwell Jake.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of MJF, but he has I think he's won the Diamond, the Diamond tournament, the Diamond Ring tournament,
every
Dynamite
year.
tournament or something. Yeah, like every year. That's I get winning multiple tournaments and stuff creates an anchor for that character and stuff. But I think at this point, I think it's time they run a storyline where he loses that tournament.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they had the storyline lined up for him to lose it to Wardlow and panicked.
Interesting. What are your thoughts on him in the Hurt Syndicate?
It's only a matter of time before he turns on him. I think it's lazy booking, honestly.
You think?
Yeah.
I think it benefits MJF.
Is him in the Hurt Syndicate a shot at Owen Hart and the Nation?
I think. Oh, you're not wrong. And AEW does that a lot. They do replicate a lot of different things sometimes. But honestly, I think it helps MJF more than the Hurt Syndicate. Honestly, because I think this works perfect for MJF's character. You know what I mean? He's been called the Devil. He's been a face. He's been a heel with his Adam Cole run. I mean, it was huge. You know what I mean? He immediately went from heel to face overnight with that. So
Bro, they got double clothesline over to the moon.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. So I think this whole thing with the Hurt Syndicate is just one more thing when it's all over. He's just going to be able to taunt the people about, hey, remember when I fooled everybody into thinking I was with the Hurt Syndicate?
Yeah.
Did you go over?
I love
did you go
MJF. I
Oh,
really
yeah,
do. You got to have the guy lose every now and then. You have to lose. He can get cheated. I don't get it. So after the casino battle, the TNT title fatal four-way that was announced, Adam Cole relinquished the title. Daniel Garcia, Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. In Texas, as soon as they announced this, I felt like there was only two possible winners. It's obviously Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, and kudos for putting it on Dustin, because I thought for sure they're going to put it on Sammy for the fourth time.
That's just ridiculous. No, Sammy's not going anywhere. I think honestly, it seems to me Sammy Guevara is a little overrated.
I would agree with you on that. There was maybe 2 years ago during his feud with Cody, I was like, holy shit, Sammy's about to hit that next level. And he just completely plateaued and hasn't went anywhere, in my opinion, hasn't elevated himself at all since.
Nope, he's elevated by other people. That's the problem with Sammy Guevara. He was elevated in that feud, and right after that, he hooked up. That's why we all thought he was going to be one of the pillars. That's why he was in the conversation. Remember the 4 pillars of AEW, and Sammy Guevara was the TNT champion at the time. And I think it was Jericho. He was with Jericho at that time, and Jericho elevated him because you can't say what you want. He is gold with Jericho. Sammy Guevara and Jericho are gold together.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're just gold together. But look what happened. As soon as the inner circle broke up, Sammy Guevara went his own way, got booed. Actually, he didn't even get booed. He got unacknowledged out of the stadium. And then what happened? Boom, right back with Jericho again, and now he's off TV. I don't know if he's injured or if he's just off TV because of the having his kid Anna Jay's back. So I'm not sure. Although he's back now. Yeah, he's back now. So yeah. But I'm glad that I agree with you. And I think Dustin deserves a TNT title run. He definitely deserves an AEW title. They put a Ring of Honor title on him. He's definitely worthy of an AEW title. A TNT title run there's nothing wrong with that. I honestly wouldn't mind giving him a real shot at trying to win the world title and giving him a short reign with that. But
I agree.
That might be maybe a little bit out of the realm of what people, Tony Khan and AEW sometimes do things that are, what's the word? Like, I can't even think of the word I'm looking for, but like, putting Sting in his final tag team run, you know what I mean? Like giving him an undefeated tag team title run because he's Sting, because he's a legend. They do have a tendency to give people their props, their dues. Yeah, they do have a tendency to give these legends their dues, which I like. But you have to be careful with it because you don't want it to look like, oh, well, he's retiring and that's why he's getting a TNT title shot or title run.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Because then it would just be the Goldberg fiasco again.
Exactly. Yes. I'm so not a Goldberg fan. And, I don't hate him. Like, I'm not Bret Hart hate of Goldberg. Like, I think, I get it. Like, he has his place in wrestling. He's over. He sells T-shirts. People erupt. The roof gets blown off the place when Goldberg's there. You can't deny that. That's just the way it is. I just don't think he's a very good wrestler. He's a very excellent. He's a very excellent wrestling sports entertainer.
Goldberg as a wrestler is trash. Goldberg as a sports entertainer is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm glad he went down on the Shield. But yeah, I'm Dustin Rhodes. They just got to be careful with that TNT. I'm glad he's getting a run, but I want to see a good run with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, in my opinion, he's putting on some of the best work of his career right now. His in-ring work is top notch.
He really is. I don't know how he's doing it at this age. Like he's it's so crazy what he's doing. It's unbelievable. I really can't believe it. And then you mentioned the Outrunners earlier.
Sober can do
Absolutely.
I love the Outrunners, man.
The Outrunners, dude. I'm a huge fan of the Outrunners. I love the whole kind of 80s throwback. I love that they're what I love most, and I'm disappointed catching up on AEW. I don't know if they're maybe not on with AEW anymore. They were kind of put with a stable briefly. I don't know if they're gone now, but the Righteous. I haven't seen the Righteous in quite a while. I love them.
They're a lot on Ring of Honor right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Righteous, but the Outrunners.
The Righteous too.
The thing about the Outrunners, and that's why I like the Righteous, is that they buy into their gimmicks. That 100% they're in, and that's what puts them over because the Outrunners are outrageous. But
yeah, Truth Magnum kills me.
Yeah, they're and their names are so what?
Right. Yeah, tell me Turbo Floyd wouldn't fit in great in golden era WWF.
Both those guys, yeah, they look like they stepped out of 1988. And into 2025.
Yeah, they look like they just got out of a match with the Killer Bees.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Hogan mustache and the Macho Man kind of flares, and it's yeah. I'm like, dude, these guys are from the wrong. Do they know what year it is? I wonder sometimes. That's what I wonder the most.
I wish I could have got the picture saved of their outfits from last night. They looked like a pack of Newport 100s. And it was great.
Yeah, I did not. I'm sorry. Yeah, we really patched this episode of Into the Barricade together. So it was visuals and stuff were like that was unreachable. So we just had to throw this one together. And you're going to be getting a new host, unless there's more you want to talk about. This is your show. You know me though. I'm a host too, so I kind of flow right into it sometimes. You know what I mean?
Just go with it.
I do. It just happens sometimes.
Well, we did already announce you and Michael.
Yeah. Well, more Mike. I mean, Yes, yes. Well, this is just a guest spot. Like I said, we just patched this together because we put Connor on mandatory vacation. So Connor's on mandatory vacation for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So you're going to miss him on Into the Barricade for the next 2 or 3 weeks because it's going to be Jesse and our new guy, Michael's going to be joining him. And then I'll probably be hopping in from time to time myself.
Yeah.
As well. But, yeah, Michael's going to kind of he's going to be the fill-in for Connor, and then I'm just going to be the extra guy.
We'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we want to keep the show going, and yeah, Connor's on mandatory vacation. He didn't have a choice.
Right? We didn't give him a choice to go on vacation.
No, we as the company.
Administrative leave.
We as the company placed him on leave. It wasn't even just my decision.
On administrative leave.
Yeah, it wasn't even just my decision. He was just that was the whole company coming together and said, "Yep, no, Connor, you're taking a break. You don't have a choice.
Time off.
Yep, you're off, buddy. It's off. You don't have a choice, pal. Take a break."
With that being said, shout out to the one and only Connor Clarkson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's only one other thing that I wanted to talk about AEW before whenever you want to end it. So
go for it.
I wanted to talk about the women's division quick before we get ready to close out of this, because I think the women's division, listen, I'm a huge Britt Baker fan as well. She was my favorite female wrestler. As soon as I watched her wrestle one time, and she was my favorite wrestler. So I do miss her in AEW, and I think they're lacking something with her big time. Of course, we don't know the circumstances of why she didn't get her contract renewed or whatever, but I do think that they have a great roster right now. I am a huge. Go ahead. What?
Contract.
What happened?
I know why she didn't renew her contract.
What happened? I don't know. Tell me.
She cheated on Adam Cole and don't want to be in the same fucking locker room every day.
Oh, you gotta be shitting.
That's why they're not together. That's why she's signing with WWE.
That is so stupid. Britt Baker, come on, you're better than that, both in the ring and better than Adam Cole. I'm sorry, Listen, I like Adam Cole, and I think what he's doing right now is really good stuff for AEW. But I'm a huge Britt Baker fan, so I think that's shenanigans. I think you need to get over that nonsense, because I'm sorry. Although, I mean, I get why she maybe doesn't want to. She wasn't getting the same kind of attention when AEW started, but at the same time, I think she can make it better. But let's get off her. No pun intended.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about what the actual wrestler.
I think is the best woman to happen in AEW.
Yes, yeah, I think so too. But she's not there right now, and I think
one AEW Women's Division T-shirt is for Baker.
For Britt Baker, yeah. I think Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and the girl whose name we were talking about her beforehand. I told you I can't remember her name even after we've talked about her all night.
Tekla,
the
Toxic Spider.
Yes. I can remember that part. Like, I could have called her the Toxic Spider. That part I remember, but Tekla just doesn't seem to stick. So I like what they're doing. I love those three. I think I like how they're kind of hinting at those three kind of maybe, I always thought they should have expanded the House of Black and had Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale join. But I mean, I think the women's division, even without Britt Baker,
that was the plan.
I know, me too. I thought, man, men, 3 women, each of the men kind of not obviously they're not together, but each of the men kind of having a woman next to them would be pretty sweet. Malachi Black. Yeah, Malachi Black and Julia Hart, being the leaders, and then, each of the Brody King and Willow Nightingale, and then Sky Blue and Buddy Matthews. And now we don't even have Malachi Black. What do you think, the Hounds of Hell? I don't know. I don't think that's got enough legs. I don't think it's going to live very long.
It's not. I honestly, I think it has potential, and they're just not doing it right. The power and speed combo has worked for years for a reason, but they're too focused on trying to make the speed guy look powerful and the powerful guy look fast, and they're not playing to their strengths.
I also think that they need Julia Hart needs to become the voice of the Hounds of Hell if they're going to continue. She's got to clearly become the leader and the matriarch of that stable. Brody King and Buddy
Yeah.
Matthews. There's a reason Malachi Black is the speaker on the microphone, with the House of Black. There's a reason he was the speaker. You know what I mean? Even though they refer to themselves as the Kings of the Black Throne, that was just their tag team name. Clearly, Malachi Black was the leader. He was the speaker, and I think Julia Hart needs to step into that role now. And I think she has potential. I'm a huge Julia Hart fan right now. That's why the women in AEW, I'm a huge fan of so many of them. Julia Hart, Sky Blue. I'm a huge fan of Billy Starks. I was so excited to see because I knew who she was before she made it. So, not long before she made it, but I knew who she was before she made it. So it was so great to see her on TV. I think she is going to be huge, dude. She is also a future Hall of Famer. Her and Julia Hart. In 20 years, we're going to be talking about them entering the Hall of Fame.
I think Athena may be the greatest women's wrestler on the planet right now.
Athena.
She's the current Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, and she won the Women's Casino Battle Royal last night.
Yes, I do. I remember her now. Yes, she is. Yes, she's good. She is also very good. And, of course, I'm sorry, but she might be the best in-ring woman wrestler right now, okay? But, honestly, I don't know that you can find anyone better with character work and mic work than the timeless one herself.
That is probably my favorite character in all of pro wrestling right now, men or women. Timeless Tony Storm is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. And she's got she's obviously doing her own thing, so I don't want to compare her to anything, okay? Because that's not what she's doing. This Timeless Tony Storm is clearly an original idea. I don't remember anybody else doing something like this in wrestling. So I think it's phenomenal. But it gives me such Ric Flair vibes, her capabilities, especially the way she reverted back to the old Tony Storm after she got defeated as Timeless Tony Storm and went right back into the old school Tony Storm so seamlessly. And then after she got beat up, grabbing the mic and then immediately being right back into Timeless Tony Storm and letting everybody think that she, being like, you thought I was, she was actually just playing a role. That was that blew my head. That blew my mind, man. Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, of course, because she's Timeless Tony Storm. She's always been Timeless Tony Storm. She was just playing a role. How awesome is that?
Playing the other Tony Storm.
Yeah, how awesome is that, dude? Like, it blew my mind, man. Crazy.
You got me on that. As an all-arounder, I don't think it gets better than Tony Storm. And watching Tony Storm give Mercedes Moné her first loss last night was just
good. Thank goodness. Thank you, Tony Khan, for being at least smart enough to see that, because he has been putting over some of the. Listen, I'm not saying that anybody from WWE can't come into AEW and be a big star. That would be counterproductive to AEW being a company.
Yeah.
But I don't like how some of the guys come right in and then they're immediately put on a belt. I don't really care for that so much. Yeah, I mean, listen, they did it with CM Punk, and we all saw how that turned out.
Yeah. Thanks, Jack Perry.
Yeah.
I was real glad.
And where's Jack Perry? I'm sorry, but Jack Perry, ever since he lost. Coming. Okay, because ever since he lost Luchasaurus, man, he's kind of been on a can't seem to find himself very good. So,
yeah, he's been kind of disappearing. We only got 2 matches left to touch on that we haven't touched on yet.
Oh, crap, my bad.
One
Go
of
ahead.
them, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus Swerve and Will Ospreay. That's a top 5 tag team match I ever saw in my life. That was, I've seen it repeatedly online today. That's not wrestling. That's choreography. Bitch, go back and watch your back rakes and test the strength and shut the fuck up then. That was the most entertaining match I have seen all year, bar none. I don't care who was in it. I don't care what company. I don't care if it was a tag team match, a hardcore match, a singles match, a falls count anywhere. It don't get better than that.
Yeah. Those are 4 amazing wrestlers right now. And I like Swerve Strickland since Sting retired. I've chosen Swerve Strickland as my favorite male wrestler right now. So,
well, you've chosen well.
Damn right. I mean, I love Swerve Strickland, man. He is definitely my favorite guy. And Prince Nana, they're the shit. I love them. I think he should be the champion again. I don't understand why the belt's on Hangman.
Nana.
Yeah, I don't understand why the belt's on Hangman. I don't understand why he was the one that finally put John Moxley down and got the belt. You know, I don't get that. And what happened to Pac?
Honestly, I do. And I think he hurt his ankle again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I was wondering why they put someone else
Which
in
seems
the
to be a
Death Rider.
recurring theme with Pac.
And Adam Cole.
I'm okay with Hangman winning the title, but at the same time, MJF just won the Casino Battle Royal. Are we really about to do MJF versus Hangman again already?
Yeah, it should have been
Or
Swerve.
do we already know that Hangman's going to have a short reign?
The only thing I can think of, exactly. The only thing I can think of is that MJF beats Hangman for the belt. That maybe when he turns on the Hurt Syndicate, but honestly, even as the champion, I could see him rocking that out for like the rest of the year with the Hurt Syndicate. I could see him slow rolling that, and just build it up over the next 5 or 6 months yet. So I do think MJF will go after the title, but I'd much rather see it be Swerve. So I think if they do a number 2, I think MJF has to win that. I think he has to win that. Not against Hangman. Hangman's
Had a
great.
fantastic idea.
Yeah. I mean, Hangman's
What
great,
if it's
but I don't
not
think
MJF that turns on the Hurt Syndicate, and it's the Hurt Syndicate that kills MJF to fight.
then MJF immediately turns back into a face. But if you want the Hurt Syndicate to be a heel, that's the only way you're going to do it right now. They're chanting their music, and MJF and MVP are over. So I don't see how you.
And is in a feud with the lad instead of Page for the title, which frees up Hangman versus Swerve.
Yeah, but for now, I say keep the Hurt Syndicate together and keep
But is
selling those.
screwing over Max before he can screw you make you a heel?
That's another good question. See, that's what MJF, dude. He's a weaver, dude. I think he's going to be the best wrestler alive today. He's probably the best wrestler alive today.
Yeah, the best all around mic work, character work, in ring work, promo, backstage. Yeah, they don't get
everything. Yeah, no, really, really not. I'm so glad TK locked him in. I so didn't want to see him go to WWE.
Yeah.
WWE's getting boring right now, even by your own reports and your own episodes, dude. Like the wrestling is far and few between, and there's a lot of talking and theater between.
And everything has to have a sponsor. I don't need to see Fireball on the ladders as it comes out from under the ring. I don't need to see 75 sponsors on the mat. I don't need, I missed the WWE Boot of the Week brought to you by Lugs. That was great. I don't need to see Lugs on everything.
Yep.
We're getting hour into the show before we're getting one match. 2 weeks ago on SmackDown was 2 hours for 2 matches. Raw was 2.5 hours for 4 matches. Like, this is ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's getting bad lately. It's so much filler and commercials. Like, you move to Netflix where there are no commercials, and there's a commercial every 10 friggin' minutes on a streaming platform that doesn't have commercials.
That hurts Netflix, actually.
Yeah. One of my other big surprises of the night, Okada and Omega might have had their worst match ever, which was still better than anything WWE's put on this year.
Yeah. And for the what's it called now? Hold on, wait a minute now. This belt, it's changed so many times. I think I can keep up with it. It's the
God.
It's the all of hold on.
Champion now.
It's right on the tip of my tongue, Jesse. It's the All Atlantic Championship. Nope. That's where it started. It's the Continental Championship. Nope, that can't be right. It's the International Championship. Nope. Oh, that's right. Those two belts merged to make this new belt now the Unified Champion, because that makes perfect sense.
No.
I'm all for belts, but I think AEW, haven't they overdone it at this point? And isn't this ridiculous? Like, I get, because you have too many belts, so you put two together. Like the Unified
Openweight Championship.
Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous at this point, isn't it?
Guys, we apologize for the internet issues today. Not a whole lot we can do about it. Oh, there you go. You're back.
All right, I'm back now. Good. All right. See, I didn't even know. Like, you're freezing on my screen, but apparently it's me freezing because. So yeah, all right, yeah, we are having problems. There's a thunderstorm going.
Yeah, I think we're both just erroring out here.
So yeah, all right. Well, then, if you want to close out or whatever you want to talk about left, throw it back to you, buddy. It's your show.
Well, we only got one more match to cover. Let's cover it. Hangman Page, Jon Moxley, burn the friggin' house down. Plain and simple. People talk a lot of shit about Mox's run this year being it was a boring run. Kept the belt in the suit. You kept watching, didn't you? You kept tuning in. You wanted to see the belt. That's what it. It's not. I think as much as we were just talking about it earlier, I honestly think Page winning it was the right call. Character development, anxious millennial cowboy to the current Hangman Page right now, which I don't know if it's just me or I'm just imagining it, but are we not looking at 1985 Magnum TA in the ring every time he steps out?
Absolutely.
I love it. And we know where Magnum TA was destined to be if it weren't for the car accident.
Yes.
So I think the only thing left to be would be final grades. What would you give a final grade for Saturday Night Main Event?
Listen, I'm not a big fan of WWE anyway, so I might be a little biased. What are we talking about, like letter grades here? I'd give it a B minus. I'd give it a B minus. I'll be generous.
Well, I might be hating here because I was going to give it a C.
I was just being generous. Because I'm not a fan, so I want to be generous. Yeah, I would probably agree with you. Maybe the Goldberg thing might be the only one I gave it a B minus. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'd probably give it a lower grade if it weren't for the Jade and Naomi brawl. That was the mark of the night for me. And as for All In, absolute A. Absolute A.
Yeah.
That was the best pay-per-view of this year. I don't care. WWE, AEW, New Japan, AAA, whatever I'm missing. Maple Leaf Pro, doesn't matter. All In was the pay-per-view of the year so far.
Yeah, I would agree with that completely.
Yeah.
I'm also not trying to go ahead.
No, go for it. You're also not trying to what? I'm curious on this.
I'm not trying to, because we're apparently, either one of us is having the lag. So I'm not trying to say too much, because if it's me having the lag, then we're going to have a lot of episode here that I might have to edit out.
Yeah, I'm curious to watch this back afterwards. That's for sure.
I certainly am going to have to before I post it.
Well, with that being said, I do want to direct you guys to make sure you give out our website a check at www.mayhemmediaproductions.com. get a hold of all of the shows under our banner here. You got Mayhemtainment. After the Dragon will be coming back as soon as the show comes back.
Yeah,
Got a couple
and Jesse
of
James.
Rushmores out.
And Jesse James is going to be hopefully joining us for After the Dragon.
can't
So
wait.
it'll be a great addition. Myself, Jesse James, and Mizpah discussing After the Dragon. Tune into that, because even if you're not a big fan, those will be entertaining episodes.
They'll be great for sure. Then if you want to pick up some sweet swag from the old Mayhem Media shop, head on over to www.bonfire.com/store/Mayhem Media shop. You can pick up anything from the one and only Connor Clarkson to the Last Outlaw Jesse James to the Boiling Point podcast to Mayhem Media in general. It's all up there, people. It's all up there. If you want it, go looking. There's good stuff for sure. With that being said, I am the Last Outlaw Jesse James, joined by the head honcho, the one and only, the founder of Mayhem Media, JD. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you all again next week.